Okay, everybody, welcome into the Parker and the Man page at yournews.com for this second week of November 2009. And if you're scoring at home, we are now just, let me figure it out here, 17 days from Thanksgiving. 17 days away already from Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me? It's probably me just trying to avoid getting to you-know-what. Lions. Yeah, okay, that's what the piece is about. It's a wrap the horrible effort against the Seattle Seabags. Can't call them the Seabags now. I got to call them the Seahawks now. After that, Sunday at Quest Field in Seattle. 17-0 lead on a couple of turnovers, and hey, Matt Stafford looked good on the 2 touchdown passes, one to Pettigrew and one to Brian Johnson, who made a great catch. But whoo! By the way, they relied on rookies early, right? Louis Delmas made the pick. That's a rookie. Pettigrew rookie. Stafford rookie. And then it all fell apart after the first 15 minutes. Matt Hasselbeck, veteran quarterback, that's what he does. TJ Hushmanzada, Nate Burleson, those are veteran players. David Hawthorne making picks. 5 picks in total. You know this by now if you're following this at all. By Matt Stafford. He ain't the first one of the decade. 3 other Lions quarterbacks. Kitna, Ty Detmer, remember the 7 against Cleveland, and Joey Harrington all had a 5-pick game, at least a 5-pick game for the Lions in the 2000s. That's happened over the years, so it's not a record or anything, but, you know, it just didn't have to come at this. I don't know what to say anymore, man. I'm serious. Let me just be frank with you, Frank. I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, they've lost 30 of 32, 16 straight on the road. In the Matt Millen era, which I still call this, the Lions are now 32 and 104 or 105. That's their record since the changeover after the year 2000. After Paul Ettinger made that kick for the Bears, where the Lions fell to a horrifying 9-7 and missed the playoffs. They were horrifying 9-7 that year, so you got to make changes. This is what it's amounted to. 1-7, midway point of the season. Jim Schwartz beside himself. You know what to do. This can't all be coaching people. Morningwig, as bad as these people ended up being, Mariucci, Giron, and Marinelli, it's got to be, it's talent level. There's no talent. There's just not talented enough. They can't beat other teams. And this could go on forever. It just, if you can't find talent, if you can't evaluate in college, you can't get the guys in the free agency, you're not going to get anything done. So the Lions, another road loss against the, maybe not even an average Seattle team. Jim Mora Jr.'s got his own things there. And you gave him a game. You bailed him out. You gave him a game. 32-20. You just gave it to him. Just gave it to him. 5 picks. Check out the rest of the NFL stuff in the column as well. Tampa is off the schneid. No more winless teams. They got a win over Green Bay. And the Colts and Saints are the last unbeatens. Perfect at 8-0. A couple of interesting things with the Colts. Peyton Manning, the first guy in the NFL history to throw 40,000 yards in a decade. That's what he's done in the 2000s. He's over 40,000 yards just from 2000 to 2009. And Jim Caldwell, his new coach, the guy that replaced Tony Dungy, is the first coach in like 70 years, only the 3rd overall in the NFL's annals, to go 8-0 to start a career as a head coach. He'd never been a head coach before. And one of the other 2 was Patsy Clark, who coached the old Portsmouth Spartans back in 1931, which became your Detroit Lions, by the way. So that's in there. The BCS poll, the new one out for this week. Interesting thing is that of the top 6 teams, you've got Texas Christian, Cincinnati, and Boise. And I watched the Cincinnati game. Brian Kelly, the former Grand Valley and Central coach, barely got by UConn. His defense is a suspect, but they're in there. TCU, Cincinnati, and Boise. Hello, just on MSU, Michigan. You got those 3 teams in the BCS, hot BCS poll, man. They're hot and moving. TCU, Texas Christian, Cincinnati, and Boise, and you're not a part of it. Spartans and Wolverines just trying to get to the Pool and Weed Eater Bowl or something. Whatever bowl they can get to if they can win one more game. So, I mean, by the way, if you missed it, you can read my wrap-up on the MSU and Michigan games as well on the Parker and the Man page at yournews.com. The Steve Yzerman night tonight. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's inducted tonight, Monday, along with his buddies Brett Hull and Luke Robitaille. Also going in Brian Leach and Lou Lamoriello, the Hockey Hall of Fame. There is no NHL Hall of Fame, the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. I'll have a separate piece on Steve Yzerman coming up this week because he's got a night coming up again at Joe Louis, I believe on Thursday. I think the Canucks are here. And it's Steve Yzerman Hall of Fame night. You'll get a free plaque if you go. Dave Dombrowski at the general managers meetings in Chicago. We've kind of been on the lowdown since the Tigers lost that game to the Twins. Kind of letting it forget, letting it go exactly. You don't want to see that one in focus anymore. We'll see if the Tigers make some deals here. If Dombrowski's got something up his sleeve. Could, and free agency coming up soon, too. Michigan State has their last exhibition with Grand Valley State in college hoops before the regular season starts. Last time they played Grand Valley, they lost to them. Now, I know it's a no counter, it's an exhibition, but Izzo does not want to lose to them again. Not when you're the number 2 ranked team in the country in the preseason. So you can read about that. And the Pistons minus Allen Iverson. There's a little deal going on with Iverson in Memphis. In fact, he ain't even there right now. He took off. The owner said, get out of here, you got personal issues or something, so he was granted a leave. And the Pistons are much better off so far, I think. I think they're fun to watch. Got the win over the Sixers. I was watching that against the Sixers at the Palace Sunday, and it's just watching Ben Gordon and Charlie Villanueva and Rodney Stuckey getting going and Will Bynum and just watching Ben and, it's just Ben Wallace. It's just fun to watch them right now, even without Rip and Tayshaun, who are both hurt. So there you go. Check it all out. We start the new week. The Lions wrap up with Seattle. I don't know. I got nothing to say. I've said it for 10 years, for 52 years. The Tampa win, the Colts and Saints at 8-0. The BCS thing, the Yzerman stuff tonight for the Hall of Fame. Dombrowski in Chicago. Michigan State, Grand Valley again. Come on back. Come on, I know you can do it. And the Pistons minus Iverson. It's all there for you. YourNews.com, the Parker and the Man page, and have another great week. We'll see you all week long right here, so don't miss anything.